What in scale, guys? Nexas here. Welcome back to Destiny 2. And in today's video, we're back again with more shenanigans, more things to go over. And we're going to be looking at today is going to be the Dead Man's Tale exotic scout rifle. Now, this scout rifle, this caused a lot of salt. This gun is actually really good. And the reason I want to kind of go over it again is this is a weapon that you should try get before, obviously, the Destiny content vault, before Witch Queen comes out, because this will be getting vaulted in terms of the quest line. So it'll be very hard to get this. And this is random rolls. So Lord knows Bungie will make you pay like an arm and a leg if it goes to the kiosk. So with the Dead Man's Tale, currently, as I did with the Luminarch, it is a very strong weapon in PvP, and a lot of people that I see online and stuff, a lot of Twitter complaints and stuff, there's a lot of people giving out about this gun. A lot of people hate this, and this actually did get a nerf after Beyond Light. Beyond Light is when it came out, or during the seasons of it, of course. So this weapon, when it came out, though, it was a banger of a gun. This thing was insane. It was good on PC, it was good on console, but it did get a big fat thick nerf. So people started like losing away from it, saying, oh, it wasn't as good and everything. But now it's becoming more of a dominant weapon in PvP. It is starting to become a freaking godsend in PvP, mainly because, as I said, all the ability changes, it's more gone to primary gunplay and everything like that. So when primary gunplay is focused, these sort of weapons kind of raise their head. And the Dead Man's Tale, this is the one I have. This is my role. So I've got high cali rounds and moving target. I know people go for vorpal, but this is a really sweet role for me. It has really good handling and everything. But a lot of people are hating this weapon right now because this thing can just clap them cheeks. Now, in Trials report, obviously hand cannons were dominant this weekend for Trials, but that was only because it was the burnout. But on medium to long range maps, and even on CQC or close quarter combat maps, like even the burnout, this was still in the 3% usage in terms of kills, which is just insane for a scout rifle, considering scout rifles are like viewed upon as much as like the worst weapon types in the game. But yeah, as I said, we did it with the Luminarch when people were giving out about it, and we are here again to see if the Dead Man's Tale, does it deserve another look at? Does it deserve Bungie to go put it back on the, you know, the gunsmith's table, nerf it a little bit, change some stuff around about it? That's what we're here to find out. We're going to go into PvP with our DMT. So without further ado, let's go in with the Dead Man's Tale and try slay some Guardians. Alrighty, so we're going to be going in with our DMT onto the old Twilight Gap. Of course, this is the gun itself. It looks beautiful. I mean, everyone's probably seen it. Everyone's probably died to it at least once or twice. What the? Ah! Bro, don't scare us like that. Get rid of it. Guys, can we get rid of this thing? Thank you. Oh my god, we're just all staring at a nade. But this DMT, it looks beautiful. So it is a really nice gun. And we're not here to see if this is good or bad or not. We already know this thing is freaking cracked. I am not going to lie. This thing is really good. But we're kind of here to see if this thing is stupidly good, that it needs a nerf. There's certain weapons sometimes. Oh, you die, bro. Sometimes weapons, though, they can be very, very strong that they're so oppressive that if you're not using this, you're kind of screwed. But oh my god, what the? Where's my melee? Where's my melee? What? Oh my god, Croco Jack, we both just got freaking screwed by Bungo there. The servers, oh, hit reg. Where's my freaking ranged melee? Oh, where's my actual warlock melee? But you can kind of see the whole premise of this. Now, I'm not even using this kind of like I wouldn't say intended, but I'm using this kind of with the L no scope. That is the catalyst that is on this weapon. So that is one of the main sort of talking points for this weapon, is that, is this weapon itself OP, or is it the freaking catalyst that makes it? Honestly, for me, I think it's realistically, it's the catalyst. The catalyst is what makes this just so freaking good, because you can just get away with such insane times to kill, because it increased that time to kill by a lot. And you can see the damage you can cause with this thing when you get cranial spike by 5 is kind of ridiculous. But it's literally the damage when you no-scope with this thing that makes it ridiculous. It also has the dual loaders, so you can reload twice in freaking one reload, which is just a little thing they just added to it for whatever reason. I have no idea, because this thing just kind of wrecks because of it. Now I am getting freaking beam. Boys, help a brother out. Give him a bow, actually. Come on, do it, bro. Hit him once and I'll just tickle his booty. I'll tickle the booty. I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh, this guy right here, though. There's the bow dude who are fighting, and you can see the no-scope is... Honestly, the no-scope is what makes this just ridiculous, because you can just get away with such nonsense up close. Like, I can kind of rush this guy. I was mid-air, but I still managed to kill him up close. It's honestly... It is nutty. I'm not gonna lie. This is just like the Luminarch. Luminarch has the same sort of effect, but this is way more of a primary king. And as I said, since abilities have gotten nerfed and everything, primaries have just kind of just taken over in terms of what they can accomplish. That guy's using the DMT as well. Don't get me wrong, the no-scoping is really good, and I think I really do enjoy using it and stuff like that. And it makes sense, considering scouts are so weak up close, that it makes sense having one that you could actually no-scope up close with is a really good perk. But it's more the rate of fire you get with it as well, because this is 120 and it can triple tap, and then of course it basically goes to like 140-ish when you basically start no-scoping. At 80 something damage a freaking shot. Also, it can go up pretty much max ranges. It is quite a much. It is quite much. The Dark Trigger, that's what the catalyst name is. That is the biggest, I wouldn't say problem, but that is definitely the biggest poignant point of this whole thing. I would say that If it was any other sort of perk, oh my god, I'm so freaking dead. But yeah, if the DMT had any sort of other perk for its catalyst, I definitely think the DMT, its usage would drop down dramatically. I think it's literally the biggest thing right now that makes it just so freaking nuts is the fact you can no-scope and reliably as well. So first of all, you're not losing your radar, so you can radar down. You basically have third eye activated when you're using it. You can go super fast and stuff, and this guy is one shot. Oh, no! And that's a freaking death at SNG. But you can no-scope with it. You can basically keep your radar up. You can just spray at people as well. It's super fast. With high caliber rounds as well, I'm doming people. I'm making them flinch. And it has, as I said, it has that little intrinsic dual loader. It's just, it has, as I said, it's stacked in terms of its perks. I think that's like the biggest thing about it. Like, can this guy just... Oh, I nearly fell off the map. Hey, bro, anyone here? Where's this guy gone? What the... He just sat there and took it to the face. There's one here. Oh, there's one here. Did I get him? God dang it, the DMT. Does this guy have Vorpal? I bet he does. That's like the god roll everyone freaking goes for. Is like keto. Yeah, Vorpal weapon. So yeah, everyone kind of goes for the Vorpal freaking high cali rounds because it's just so good against supers and stuff like that. We'll try to save him, though we won't. But yeah, it's just got so many perks stacked up. I'm not gonna lie, this freaking DMT, it is very strong right now. It is one of the best weapons to use. I mean, even the no-scoping. Oh, you can obviously, you can aim the sides and stuff with it. That's what I'm trying to do because I have moving target. And of course, I get two of them. Someone help a brother out, guys. They're all around us. I am scared, naked, and afraid. Didn't know where he was. But even when you're up close or whatever, or even when you're at range, you can see the RPM drops a bit, but the damage is still going to be there. And with the moving target, I got like a ton of target like acquisitioning. And this guy's going to die for me. Oh, don't know where he's going. He just went to freaking Narnia. But like even that, like it's just the damage is just freaking nuts. It has really good stability as well. Now I am PC, but compared to hand cannons as well, I think this is just so much easier to use. It's not, you don't get to slide as much with this. You can't really do that either. But when you're using it in terms of just doming people, that is where you get the biggest thing. Oh my god, how am I alive? What the hell? And that, ladies and gents, is why you use the freaking Karnsteins. But look at that dome. Yeah, as soon as you get into these sorts of engagements as well, it's gonna be better than any other hand cannon. Now, this guy is just destroying my booty. Oh, this guy ripped it up too. We're thrifty boys for the win, bro. Get this. Oh my god, I'm out of bullets. We can both just keep firing at each other. I reload fast though, because I get like 8 bullets freaking thing. Can I just get this guy and not get flinched by everyone? Oh, bro, I can't kill him. I killed him. Oh my god, what the hell? Ah! How much? What is going on? Okay, I need to kill this guy who's in here. Oh, get him. Give me the heals. Thank you. Oh my god, I'm spamming so much bullets. But yeah, it has that dual speed. I don't know why it has the dual loader. I'm not gonna lie. That was a bit like, why on earth does that happen? But look how fast that is, and look at that range. That is just insane. As far as the scout, like if that was just normal, like I'm 120 RPM, so I'm kind of fine with me being able to kill kind of that fast from this range when I'm aimed down sights. But the thing is, I am that accurate when I'm no scoping. I could do that at range. Like I could go for that. Like you can see, I hit a dome. Now that is range. I can still hit a dome though, no scoped. Of course, the range is gonna have more fall off when you no scope, but it's still just so ridiculous with the catalyst. Realistically though, I don't think it's actually the DMT that people are really saying that is OP. It's more the freaking dark trigger, the catalyst on it. The DMT itself, it is good, but its RPM is kind of low, and it does have like, I wouldn't say hard kind of shot to hit, but it's definitely not exactly the easiest thing to hit when you're aimed down sights. But it's more that you can just freaking no-scope your way into freaking out of all sorts of problems. Like you can literally just start no-scope and you can just nail people. Like it's sort of freaking ridiculous. And where is my heal? My heal came in so freaking late. The thing I will say though is that even though the catalyst is like superbly good, like I mean it's freaking nuts, I wouldn't like to try to get rid of it either because it makes the gun super fun. Like it is one of the funnest exotics to use. I just think that, oh, this guy has to die. Thank you. I think that generally speaking though, and that's the Vorpal freaking weapon. Holy good god. I think the Vorpal though, or not the Vorpal, the dark trigger, I think maybe it shouldn't do probably as much. It probably shouldn't do as much precision damage we're using. I think it should be a get out of jail card, but I don't think it should be doing as much because I think that's the biggest problem right now. As I said, it's nothing to do with okay, they're all spawning behind us. I don't think it's really to do with the dark DMT itself. I literally think it's just to do with the fact that you can spam no-scope this into people's heads and nails them. Like, look at that. 84 damage at like 140 RPM. Dude gonna be here though. He's using freaking thing, but there's the freaking tone skis. I mean, as I said, it's just kind of nuts for that. And then you can just no-scope. I mean, it is just ridiculous when you start Oh, bro! Igor! Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I don't have anything to mourn the freaking gun. Okay, we just, I don't know, pop the freaking chair down for you. But yeah, I just think it's just like, it's ridiculous. Now, I can't see this guy because the freaking stupid nade. It's literally just a no-scope. And especially when you have Vorpal, you can no-scope even faster and shred people. So I think it is that dark trigger having that RPM speed. But what do we get altogether? Turning on opponent's speed of 4.33. That is when you use freaking meta. you will get those high scores, but I don't think it is just the DMT. I think it's literally the catalyst that just makes this all hells and nuts. Well, that is it for me and the DMT or the Dead Man's Tale Scout Rifle. I know everyone's probably going to hate me for this. Well, there'll actually be 50-50s because I know people hate this gun with a passion. I know other guys who just love the hell out of this. I'm one of the guys who love it. Don't worry, I won't be that biased in that, but I do love the way the weapon feels, it looks. I mean, it's Wild West. It's freaking dope. It's like a hunt showdown weapon. And obviously, being a Winfield, able to no-scope and everything is really sweet. As I said, this catalyst, it basically increases the hip fire rate, so you can no-scope, and it doesn't give you any penalties when you no-scope, because every other gun has them, and that's why scouts are so bad up close. But this gets rid of all the penalties and lets you spray it as well and do like max damage. This is the most poignant point. Is that? I don't even know I'm saying that right, but that's the biggest point of this weapon, what makes it really ridiculous. Not just the random rolls. Random rolls can make a weapon better, of course, especially an exotic, but it's more just this exotic perk or this exotic catalyst. The catalyst is really what makes people hate this gun. I don't really think it's more the aim down sights. Don't get me wrong, when you aim down with this 120 RPM, triple tap, it will be really good, but then Jade Rabbit can be really good as well. But this weapon, when you get up close or when you're no scoping like this, you just fire so fast that if you have a skilled hand, you just have time to kill pretty much everyone. Like even hand cannons, they're like the only ones that can have time to kill this if you triple tap. They're all both triple tapping weapons, but this will have the same RPM no scoping as a hand cannon, but hand cannons invariably are better handling. You can jiggle more with them. They're better up close. That is on those maps that are kind of built around hand cannons, so like close quarter maps. So like the Burnout is the only reason that Palindrome stuff was really top. If we get a mid-range map, Endless Veil, or even like Dead Cliffs and stuff like that, that's where these weapons start to shine a lot more, because the mid-range is realistically where this will shine, because the no scopes and the headshots and everything, it's just max damage pretty much at all ranges. That is the one thing I probably would change about the DMT. I said I don't think it needs a full-on nerf. I don't think the actual Dead Man's Tale itself, I don't think the weapon itself, like damage and everything, I don't think that specifically needs a nerf. The only thing I will say needs some looking at or needs some change is this Dead Man's Tale catalyst. I love the catalyst, don't get me wrong. I love how fun it is. I don't think they should get rid of it completely or like change completely how it works. I just think they need to do either one of two things. So they need to either change how much damage it does when you're hip firing, so reduce the precision damage, or else build into one of these perks down here, like the cranial spike, that aiming down sights gives you more damage. Sort of like the first curse from D1, which was also a Tex Machina weapon. A little bit of lore there for you boys. Or else get rid of the rate of fire and leave it at 120 RPM, but that will take a bit of the flair or the fun out of spamming it when you are like caught up close and stuff like that. It will also make you a lot more vulnerable. But I just think the biggest problem right now with this, and the reason people are getting slammed by it, or everyone is using it, is that when you're up close or at range, this thing's just always viable. I mean, this is the weapon I pretty much use whether if we go into Iron Banner and stuff like that, maybe Palindrome and Chaperone or whatever. But yeah, definitely once this perk came out, this catalyst, it changed the whole meta of this weapon, and it literally just makes this weapon insane. I'm not gonna lie, this thing is super way more than Luminarch. At least with Luminarch, it's kind of like if they're in rifts and stuff, it's annoying, but they're double primary and stuff like that. They have to. This weapon is literally just like a freaking long range weapon, a close range weapon, and you can stick on a shotgun for good measure as well. So this lets you run special with it too. As I said, I don't think it needs an outright nerf, but I definitely think its catalyst needs some form of a nerf. I think this catalyst, it just makes it all sorts of broken. But regardless, if you liked the video, show us a like, and when you see more content, subscribe, and fantastic day, and hopefully I'll see the next collective in the next one.